Hi everyone. Welcome back to our DBMS complete course. So in the previous video we have learned about the different types of DBMS, okay? So in today's video we will understand how application communicate with the database using the DBMS architecture, okay? So what is DBMS architecture, okay? So basically DBMS architecture defines how users, applications and database communicate with each other, okay? It also helps to improve security, scalability, and performance. There are mainly there are mainly three types of DBMS architecture. Okay, number one is one tier. Okay, one tier architecture. Number two is two tier architecture, and number three is three tier architecture. Okay, three tier architecture. So let's understand each one. So the one tier architecture. Yeah, so the one tier architecture, the user, application, and the database all are on a same machine. Okay, there is no network connection needs. Okay, let's consider a simple example. Let the user, application, and database all are on the same or single machine. Okay, no need network. So no need network communication. Okay. So let's consider a simple example. Okay, let's say imagine you install MySQL. Okay, on your laptop. Let's say this is my laptop, and we have installed MySQL in our laptop. Okay, and use MySQL workbench to create a tables and run SQL queries. Okay, I have used the SQL MySQL workbench to create the tables. Okay, and run the SQL queries on a MySQL. Okay, so everything happen on the same computer. Okay, this architecture is mainly used for learning DBMS, personal projects. If you want to create the personal projects, and just for the testing purpose. So everything in a same machine. Whenever we need to practice anything, okay, and then we can open our laptop. We can install MySQL database or Oracle database and start working on that. So this is a one-tier architecture. Now there are some advantages of the one tier architecture, that is it is very simple to set up and fast because everything is in a local system. Okay, everything in our own system. And similarly on the other side there is also some disadvantages is also there, like it is not suitable for the multiple users, and the security is also very low, and it is also not much scalable. Okay, so the second architecture, that is two-tier architecture. So basically in the two-tier architecture, the client application directly communicate with the database server. Okay, the client application directly communicates with the database server. Okay, server. So let's say a simple example. Okay, let's check with a simple example. Let's suppose a school has a desktop application. Okay, let's this is a desktop application. Let's say the school has a desktop application for the student management. Okay, the desktop application connects directly to MySQL server. Okay, this is directly connecting with the MySQL server. Okay, so the flow is yeah, the flow is user. Okay, the size. Yeah, the flow is user. Okay, user, then desktop application, desktop application, and then database. Okay, so this is a flow. User, desktop application, and then database. Okay, so in real world example we can consider as a billing application in a small retail shop. Okay, as we can see the billing application in a small retail shop where only a few employees access the database directly. Okay, so there are also some advantages for the two-tier architecture, that is it is easy to develop. Okay, and it is also a faster communication than a web application. And on the another side there is also some disadvantages, that is direct database exposure, and it is also difficult to manage when many users connect simultaneously. Okay, so this is a two-tier architecture. Now come with the three-tier architecture. So this architecture is basically used by almost every modern application. Okay, every modern application. There are three layers for three-tier architecture. That is a presentation layer. That is presentation layer. Okay, and the second one is application layer, and the third one is database layer. Okay, so these are the three layers of the three-tier architecture. So presentation layer, this is a presentation layer. So yeah, so this is a presentation layer. Okay, so presentation layer here, this is a user interface like mobile mobile app or website we can consider. Okay, so application layer is basically mainly for the business logic like API backend. Okay, and the third one is database layer. It basically stores the data. Okay, let's consider an simple example. Imagine you are ordering food on Swiggy. Okay, so the step one is you place an order from the mobile app. Okay, and after that the step two is the request goes to backend server. Now the step three is the backend validates the order, check restaurant availability, and store the order in a database. Okay, and the fourth one is the database returns the result to the backend, and the final and the last one is the backend sends the response back to our app. So this is like the flow. User, mobile mobile app, mobile app. Okay, backend server, and database. The last one is database. User, mobile app, backend server, and database. Okay, so this is a three-tier architecture. So and this is also mainly used for every modern application. So there are also some advantages and disadvantages of the three-tier architecture. That is advantages like high security, okay, better scalability, and the maintenance is also easy, and it also supports millions of users. And on the similar side there is also some disadvantages like more complex to develop, higher infrastructure cost. Okay, so this is a three-tier architecture, one tier and three-tier architecture. Okay, so in simple example we can compare like one tier architecture is mainly for the learning and testing, mainly for learning and testing. Okay, example is like MySQL on our laptop. Okay, two-tier architecture is mainly for the small organizations like desktop billing system. Okay, and similarly for the three-tier architecture mainly used for the large applications like Amazon, Instagram, Swiggy, and banking apps. Okay, so now come to the interview question. Okay, so number one is question is which DBMS architecture is used by the modern application. Okay, which DBMS architecture is used by modern applications. Okay, so can you tell me? Yeah, you are right. 3-tier architecture is mainly used by the modern application. Okay, 3-tier architecture. Why? Because it's provide better security, scalability, and performance. Okay. Now the next question is difference between difference between 2-tier and 3-tier architecture. Okay. So can you tell me the difference between 2-tier and 3-tier architecture? So in simple, we can say that in 2-tier architecture, the client directly communicates with the database, and it is mainly used for the small organizations. Okay, and on the another side, in 3-tier architecture, the client communication with the application server, which then interacts with the database. Okay, and mainly used for the large applications like Instagram, Amazon. Okay, so in today's video, we have learned about 1-tier, 2-tier, and 3-tier DBMS architecture with real-world example. Among them, 3-tier architecture is one of the most commonly used in the modern applications because it offers better security and also scalability. Okay. So in the next video, we will learn about database schema versus database instance, another important interview topic. Okay. So thank you, friends. Please like, share, and subscribe the channel. Thank you.
वीडियोस बनाने हैं फिल्मोरा है ना।